Good morning, good afternoon, BWTM Sports. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit it now, and don't forget to rate. And thank you all for your support, really appreciate it. Now, a few things I want to talk about. Obviously, Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko. The weigh-in is tonight, and obviously the fight is tomorrow. So a lot of things are flashing past my mind. I thought, I'm not going to give a prediction yet still, but what I will do is talk about things that are going through my mind. First of all, did you debate BWTM versus Truth and Facts about Boxing, Boban versus Eugene, talking about Lomachenko versus, I think it was a great debate. If you haven't watched it, it's a great debate. Eugene and Bo go back and forth. Fantastic. Moderated by Gail Falkenthal. She was absolutely awesome. Of course, Mike from Pound for Pound Boxing was even when Gail had to jump off the line or popped off the line because there was actually an earthquake in California. Live recording. Mike stepped right in and did a heck of a job. So shout out to Mike as well. And Spencer Ferron sent his apologies. He overslept, which it was at 11:30 at night. We didn't actually get started till gone past midnight. So Spencer said that he'll be on the next one. So no doubt, I'm sure Spence will be back. You missed a good debate there, Spence, but I'm sure you'll be with us. A few things I need to address about, first of all, BWTM. And for some listeners, and for some new listeners, and for some old people that have been previously blocked and have opened up new channels, sneak back onto our channel talking rubbish. Let me make something categorically clear. Listen and listen well. I will. It is my or our responsibility, BWTM Sports, to report the news, the sports, or within media as true and as raw as it possibly can be. Without personal opinions are personal opinions. News is news. Whether I have an opinion about it or not, that's my personal opinion. Baines the news. My news or our news is not discriminated by color. I want to make it quite clear. There are some people that are very narrow-minded, that because they're narrow-mindedness on their way of thinking, think that I would think that way. For example, because there are some people out there who have a problem with it. Let's put them to one side. I haven't got much energy for them. Now, the next set of group along are a group of people think, oh, well, he's black, therefore he's only going to support his own community. There's nothing wrong with supporting your own community. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But it's just supporting people I'm supporting. It's not I'm supporting my community. I'm supporting. And with that, step aside. Third thing is, anybody who knows the history of BWTM will know that I've helped many communities, some in the black community, some in the white community, some in the Asian community, some in the Chinese community. I've worked in all walks of life and all parts of different communities. Some of you that listen in probably haven't done that. Some of you wouldn't do that. And some of you are so bigoted sight of one person help another person from a different community. So I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but I just want to make it quite clear. The record of mixed heritage. Okay, so anybody out there that has a problem with the fact that thinks that I may be prejudiced, it's your problem. Get on with it. That's your train and your problem. Deal with it. No problem. So that's just a little message, and I've done it in this video because I know it will attract some attention because we're talking Rigondeaux, and in fact, Rigondeaux being a black fighter and Lomachenko one people who deep down inside, I'm not looking at this fight because it's because of one talented fighter against another talented fighter. It's a black man against a white man, a black man. That is not my way of thinking. Sorry. A good fighter is a good fighter. There are plenty of good fighters, black fighters out there. They get white guys, and plenty good white fighters out there. They get whooped by black guys. It's not about that. It's about boxing, the talent, the skill, the footwork, the to do with footwork. Color's got nothing to do with punching power. Color's got nothing to do with whether you can box or not. You either can or you can't. Simple as. So I don't want to hear anybody come on my channel talking crap, and I don't have to answer to anybody that has that point of view, that thinks the bigoted point of view, or in such a narrow-minded point of view that thinks that I am or we are based on one's particular community. We are here to deliver the news and the sports. If you don't like it, then please unsubscribe, go elsewhere. Best thing you can do. If you don't like something, why do you continue to listen to it or watch it? I don't understand it. There are channels that I can't stand and I don't watch. I just don't watch it. But to continue watch your channel and then dislike the channel, don't make no sense. You don't get any further with it. So just a message to those out there, people out there that have got no life whatsoever. Okay, now the subject we're talking Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko. Some people out there, I'm very shocked that they've come out and made the statement, Rigondeaux's going to lose because of the weight. And I'm like, what? Really? Not because Lomachenko is a better boxer. Not because Lomachenko is a highly skilled athlete and maybe more highly skilled than Rigondeaux. It could be that. No, it's because he's old. He's too much. 2 weight divisions are too high to jump. Hold on a second. Let me get something straight here. Yeah. So when Shane Mosley jumped up 2 weight divisions to fight Oscar De La Hoya, was weight an issue there? And Mosley stood in the pocket with De La Hoya, hit De La Hoya with his best shots. De La Hoya hit him with his famed left hook and couldn't move Mosley. Actually, bigger guys like Ike Corte have been dropped by Oscar De La Hoya. Mosley didn't move. Okay? They're through the weight categories and have been successful. So I'm not buying this. Rigondeaux will lose because he's too small. Now, there is a case, I think, that if a guy is, let's say, example, let's say he's a power puncher, or he uses his physical strength to be his key attribute at a division. Let's say you're a welterweight and you're big at welterweight and you bully guys at welterweight. Then you move up 2 weight divisions. Your physical strength isn't the same because now you're meeting guys who are big or bigger than yourself. And then there's a problem. Evander Holyfield, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, goes up and fights Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, big guys, 6'5", 240-pound guys, and stands with them. So I don't buy the Rigondeaux is going to lose because he's too small. He may lose because, like I said, Lomachenko may be just that much better a fighter. And if Rigondeaux beats Lomachenko, what are people going to say then? Is he still too small? Is he still old? Is he still chinny? So we have to be guys moving up in weight. I mean, some people are moving up 3 or 4 pounds or 6 pounds. It's too much weight. But let me take you back, you boxing expert, when there was only a middleweight division and a heavyweight division. What about those days? There were cruiserweights, lightweight, heavyweight, or featherweight, middleweight, heavyweight. What about those days? When there were less weight categories? and Henry Armstrong. What about those guys? When there wasn't super and light. Going back in time. We don't have to go back in time. Of course, there are guys who have moved up in weight. Khan and Brook, two guys in particular, knocked out low weight division. And Brook, his physical attributes were best at welterweight, where he was physically using his strength to bully opponents. You can't really compare that to Rigondeaux, who's got tremendous footwork and just like Sugar Shea Mosley has been knocking clean in his division. So I don't buy it. Now loses, he loses because a guy is better than him. Possibly also because of the inactivity, possibly could play a part. I don't believe the thing about being old either, because he's not a guy that's taking hard punishment in the ring. And if he's old, then what was Bernard Hopkins when he was beating Tarver, when he was beating Kelly Pavlik? So we seem to have some amnesia when it comes to boxing and boxing events and things that have happened. So I don't buy those two things. The only reason Lomachenko beats Rigondeaux is because he is a better boxer. That is it. Or, you know, it goes to the scorecards and there may be some corruption on the cards. Other than that, they're both fine athletes, to the best ever to be produced in boxing. So I think they both deserve the respect that's necessary, regardless of who wins. I'm just putting it out there. We just don't know when to appreciate it. And this is a great fight. Boss Abel Sanchez is a boss, the Escobar of boxing. Yes, our interview with Abel Sanchez was picked up this morning by the New Zealand Herald. That is, if you Google it, you can see it now. New Zealand Herald picked up our interview with talking about the Parker fight. Eugene says, through his career, Rigondeaux has boxed with guys 8 and 10 pounds heavier. This fight will be any different. I don't think it'd be any different either. Like I said before, I believe the fight is going to be based on skill set and who the more skilled guy is on the night. Lomachenko may be sharper on the night because he's being more active. He may be, but if he allows a guy a year out absence and moving up 2 weight divisions, wow, it will be big. But I don't believe that Rigondeaux's too small. Like I said, repeat, there are too many examples in boxing with guys, skilled fighters have moved up, not just power punching guys that are bullies at their weight division. I'm talking about guys who actually are skilled boxers that can move up the weight categories. Leonard's done it. Hearns has done it. Duran moved from lightweight up to, was it from welterweight or lightweight, right up to fighting the gave him fit. So I don't buy it, and should know better. Right. Don't forget to check out the debate between Eugene and Bo Bland. The great debate is on the channel. I'll leave the video at the end of this video. I'll leave a link at the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. Take care.